In the morning when I'm driving, I really come alive when I listen to my Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie. In the morning while I'm driving, Ronnie, I really come alive when it's time for Ronnie Q. I listen to my Ronnie, Ronnie. I listen to my Ronnie. It's time for Ronnie Q. Take a seat and go meet Ronnie. Sweet, 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 sweet Ronnie. No day complete without my Ronnie. She can't be beat. Sweet, sweet Ronnie.
Thank you, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. Those of you who celebrate, thank you guys for being here. And let me see who I have. Hey, Foot Soldier, Grand Rising, Blackberry Molasses, Madison, Mimi 126, Aisha, pronounced Aisha. Click interview is Swing Down, Sweet Cherry, Stop, Let Me Ride. Yes, sang click interview. Beans and Cornbread, Grand Rising to you as well. Sandra, Grand Rising. Thank you guys for being here this morning. And okay, so let's talk about what is going on presently. You know, a lot has been going on. So there's a Sean Bradley YouTube cameras back and forth. If you guys didn't know about that, hold on one second. Okay, so there's a Sean Bradley and a YouTube cameras back and forth. And what I got from it, I didn't watch the live that it happened on, but I saw Sean Bradley go live and said, she said something obviously wrong, or he wanted to correct about something she was saying. So he dropped down in the chat when she was discussing the conversation, and he asked for the link so he could go up and give her the right information. But she didn't drop the link. And then he said that he scrolled up and down and he never saw the link. So, hey, Jay Parrish, happy holidays to you as well. Happy Friday and happy holidays to you as well, because we do have one more coming up. So, from what I get, she didn't drop the link, and he just had to talk in the chat, and then he, instead of going all the way out and trying to explain something because he didn't see the link. He decided to do his own live and correct. I cannot remember what exactly it was that she was actually giving commentary on him in some way that he wanted to correct. I don't know exactly what it was. Hey, Miss Ray, I don't know exactly what the commentary was, but so he goes onto his page and it seems like he was a little peeved. The first live that I saw, he did seem a little peeved because he started making comments about uh, her wig. I think that was the same live that yes, he did say something about immigrants, being an immigrant, and he also said something on the lines of she's not a celebrity or something, if I'm correct. Okay, so don't quote me if you haven't seen it. So then YouTube cameras went live 6 minutes. She did a 6 minute live or something like that. I mean 6 minute. Who's on 6 minutes? Oh, forgot. I can't even sing the song. That what is it? Slick Rick song. 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. Yeah, she came back like Dougie Fresh, and she was like, "Who do you think you are? You're nobody, and fuck you. I don't drop my link until I'm done with my commentary. You're nobody special. What do you think this is?" Talking about I didn't drop my link. And she did one of her YouTube cameras gold on Sean Bradley. He definitely pissed her off. I don't know who has her backup page, but this is called the show. Yeah, so she went and put on a show, and so then Sean Bradley did another video. Uh, okay, so let me go over to Sean Bradley's. I mean, because I think that it was just kind of, oh, well, we got her pissed off, and a hit dog holler type of video, and then he went further in on uh, immigrant. There was questions of I'm at my 9 to 5, and if you're upset, maybe you don't have a 9 to 5. And one of the videos, he questioned. Oh, it was his first video because she said, "How are you questioning? I have a." I think it was about the travel. I think it all came about her saying something about him traveling for his job, and she didn't think that was anything big or special. Hey, there it is. That was the catalyst of. That's what started it. So Sean Bradley wanted to hit the link and have a conversation about that. She wasn't done with her commentary. She didn't drop the link, and so they had a back and forth. And in one of his, I think his first live, he said that you know is she so worried about a job? It doesn't seem like she has a 9 to 5, and she, it was so they're going at it. It's a back and forth. Sean, you did do 2 videos, and then you woke up yesterday and you did a video again. I think it's 3 videos. I think it's 3 videos where Sean is going back and forth with her. I love me some Sean Bradley. I'm just giving you guys the commentary. So if you haven't heard about it, thank you, Big Brenda. Okay, I have a former peoples for the gold, and you guys can ask me any 3 questions that you want. When he tried to talk to her, to let her know that he wasn't making fun of her accent or being an immigrant. It was YouTube cameras who said those things, not Sean. Thank you for correcting me. Thank you for correcting me. Okay. So she thought that he was going the same route that a lot of people have gone at her, talking about her act. Not just her. Any black person who has an accent, they have been getting. That's the first thing that other black people go for. So let's not forget Heat Wave. Let's not forget Very Carey, of course. Very Carey. Very Carey always is getting shots fired, even from the person who she uh, helped get, tried to help get out of jail, because that person was so irresponsible in their life and their tongue. And now that same person is always trying to act as if Carrie don't know how to speak English, and all of this type of stuff. So I definitely believe that. And uh, you know, hey, Red Wings, Grand Rising to you. She went off for no. She went off for no reason. She never gave him an opportunity to explain himself, or explain exactly what she misinterpreted. I didn't know. I can't remember exactly where I started. I thought it was something about the travel, but you know, I like them both, me as well. But YouTube cameras need to stop with the bullshit. No one said anything about her accent. She was being silly. Okay, so now you're bringing some more things up in my memory. I do remember there was something said about not being able to understand her, was the comment. The right beans and cornbread, it was, he said that people are not able to understand her because she talks so low, and she said that she's not a morning person, but she's doing a show in the morning. And he said, well, if you're not a morning person, do something different. You sound all low and stuff, and people can't understand you. So there was also that. So um, that's exactly what she wanted. That's exactly what he wanted to explain. He didn't want her to take it the wrong way. Yes. Okay. So that, okay. Let's take it back. The travel thing. There was something said about the travel because he also addressed something about traveling for his job, but uh, it all came about because she thought, and I'm not gonna. Okay, I am. Hey, good morning, Very Carey, Grand Rising. Hey, Candy Cane. So I am not going to. I'm not going to act like she may have a hairpin trigger where it comes to people saying they can't understand her and directly thinking that, oh, here's another person who's coming at me because of my accent. So I can see both sides of it, and I think that her as a content creator, like sometimes if I have some things that I want to get through, I, somebody wants the link, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna drop the link when I'm done. Did she tell him she's gonna drop the link when she's done? Because I didn't, like I said, I didn't see the video where it happened at. I don't know. I don't know if she told him I'll drop the link when I'm done with my commentary. Do you remember that, anybody? But that's what she said on her video. I don't drop my link until I'm done with my commentary, which makes sense. And that's how some people do things. So no answer. I'm waiting to see. Okay, so you guys got to go over there and check out YouTube cameras from. That's what you guys get for going live on Christmas. Was it Christmas or Christmas Eve that happened? I think that happened on. I think it may. I think the first video happened on Christmas Eve. It could have been Christmas morning. It could have been her Christmas morning video that happened on. Then Sean did a reply, and he was going to work, and he did another reply, and looked like he came home for lunch, and he did another reply. So um, go over there and check that out. And then after I was over at Deanna's yesterday morning, and I think it was her Christmas life. So I was over at Deanna's yesterday morning, and Pam got on the link, and they were having a conversation, and then something was said to the fact, don't quote me, that that thing that happened between you and YouTube cameras. And I had no idea what they didn't like go into it. They didn't get, make it a whole discussion. It was something like, I didn't want to do something because of that thing. And I was like, I didn't hear about the thing between her and YouTube cameras. And then I went on LSA, and then I saw somebody had written that Pam was trying to fly on. This is what I read in YouTube. I mean in Lipstick Alley. Pam, do not get on me. This is how I found out that Pam did a video telling YouTube cameras to unmod her, and they said that it seems like she did it after Sean Bradley. Now that's somebody's opinion. That's not my opinion. But they had two videos posted. They had Pam's video posted. That's how I knew to even go to the video. And they had YouTube cameras response video up on her backup page. Wait a minute. So I know for sure that's how I got YouTube camera's backup page anyway, because I wasn't subscribed to her backup page. So YouTube cameras may have done all of her Sean Bradley videos on her main page. I'm confused. I know you guys are confused. I am totally confused. So if any of my mods have YouTube cameras backup page, we're going to. Oh, okay. I thought nobody was talking, and you guys are talking down. She removed the mod stick, and after Viewers of Views live, she was in the chat that day. Yes. So hey, TC, Grand Rising. Okay, so a view and see. Okay, so a Viewers of View did a video, and she, she was go check out a Viewers of View video to YouTube camera saying unmod me. So while she was she a Viewers of View, she was doing her thing, and you know how she'd be like, unmod me, I told you I don't want to be a mod, and this shit, somebody is about to read you down, and I don't want to be associated. And she said, but it's not like I don't like your page, and I don't want to be on your page, but I don't want to be a mod. And she said, but I'll still come over and stuff, but I just want to be away from this. And so a view was being a Viewers of View, and but she said that I like you YouTube cameras, but I just don't want to be a mod, and I've asked you several times, but you haven't taken me serious. And people are go watch a Viewers of View. I can't mimic a Viewers of View because I don't want a Viewers of View coming at me. Don't come for me. Do not come for me, a Viewers of View. Hold on. Because of Viewers of View, you come for me. Understand, I have no problem with elder abuse. So I'll go over there. I'm telling the people, I'm not putting no words in your mouth. I'm telling the people, go over there and Very Carrie, can you drop a Viewers of View link and also YouTube cameras link? And Candy Cane, can you drop a Say Sean Bradley link so the people can go over there and see what is happening? Hey, Angela T. Wright, Grand Rising. Now, let me see what I missed when I thought you guys uh, were dead in the chat. Okay, I'm getting ready for my dental appointment. Bad toothache. I'm listening. Enjoy your day, everybody. Okay, Candy Cane uh, is not available to drop the link. Maybe Very Carey would drop those three links for me. A View is a View, Sean Bradley, and YouTube Camera's backup page. And then, so I was wrong. She came like 6 minutes to get fresh on A View is a View on her backup page. She went in on A View is a View, and I haven't heard of A View is a View respond, but I was catching up on YouTube Camera's end of her live from sometime yesterday. I don't know if she went live twice yesterday or not, but she was saying that then, of course, A View went on a tour. I didn't see. I heard A View is a View. It was slightly referenced over at Deanna's. Thank you, Very Carey. I appreciate you. It was slightly referenced at you did thank you Candy Cane. It was slightly referenced at Deanna Irving, but I didn't see A View is a View hitting a lot of panels. But I didn't watch a lot of YouTube yesterday. uh I was behind in the live stream. No problem. Yes, we just need A View is a View and YouTube Camera's backup page for those. And that's the only reason I got YouTube Camera's backup page, because the video was linked. And so I was able to hear her response to A View is a View. So YouTube Cameras called A View is a View all kinds of drunks, and and you got to go over there and see it. Okay. Hey, Kitchen Ministry, Grand Rising. I hope you had a great Christmas. Now, as far as seeing A View is a View go on a tour, sitting on from panel to panel, I didn't see it, but I that's all I can say about that. I did not see A View is a View to go to any panels, and I totally forgot that A View is a View is her mod. But so listen at this. Of course you are. Of course you are. Grand Rising Mike. I'm hungry. Finna make something to eat. I just got off work. Mike, what did your mama make you for Christmas dinner? Because I know you didn't make no Christmas dinner. Grand Rising Bush baby. It is always good to see you. Thank you, Carrie. YouTube Cameras, a backup page. Yes. So you guys can follow the action, because maybe some of you guys were like me and didn't have YouTube Camera's backup page and didn't even know nothing was going on. Usually that's where I hear that she read people. So it may be a whole lot back there in that backup page that we have missed. So shit, it may be a Ronnie Q video back. No, I'm just kidding. There's no reason for Ronnie Q to have a mad backup page from YouTube Cameras. But so yesterday, I'm watching. I'm watching. I turned on to Stomp Down. So I'm sitting up there and I'm watching him. Was it? No, I came to his live late, and so I'm hearing him describe how Goma Powell has the audacity to once again be over there calling me a bag of bitches and talking about me and all of this stuff. And I am like, you know what? He really wants his opinion to matter to me. And I'm kind of like T. Danielle, when nothing else, he has nothing else to talk about. He thinks those inaccurate reads about me having a dead foot, being in a wheelchair are hitting. I could see if he was telling the truth, but I know what's hitting. The truth of what is said about him, that's the only thing hitting. So I don't even know why he continues. Yes, I do know why he continues, because if he's not putting other people's name in his title, nobody gives a fuck. And I am so happy that my name gives him attention and people runs over to see what he has to say about me. But nobody gets that attention on my page. I think Malik got it twice on my page. Me wanting to hear what he had to say, and that when that Brooke Valentine lie was crumbling and falling apart. So let's be real clear. Rodney, you're very ineffective. Now you want to fight. It was, who was it? Me and Choreo Lover. Once again, he's talking about a mod. He's talking of all the nerve of him to be talking about a mod, about how the mod modded over there on the Hood Tables channel. So he's has his ass on his back, not only because of birth, but because Choreo Lover had the nerve to say something to him as she was modding in the Hood Tables chat. So let's be clear. When he can tell you what specifically was done to him by Ronnie Q, and how Ronnie Q attacked him first, and she started it with me. When he can be specific about what happened, then he'll get a response from me, because he had always put out that I started with him. When, let's be clear, everybody knows how Rodney operated. Everybody have seen him up on the panel telling people, oh, we have Jay Dunn in the back. We have this person. Don't bring them up. Don't bring them up. He did the exact same thing to me. If he was doing that same thing when he was hanging out of being Ness's concubine on her panel, just keeping her feet warm, sitting up on her link, not saying nothing, and telling her who to not bring up. Do you not think that he was doing it when he first came here? That's all he did. That because nobody knew him, so he always wanted to be protected. And the way he hopped up on all Lady Nika's channel, especially, yo, mods are doing this to me, and I don't think it's right, and I'm not coming back. I just won't come back. We hear this. I'm not coming. I'm not coming back because your mods are wrong, and hey Choreo, I done spoke Choreo Lover up. Grand Rising Choreo. Grand Rising Choreo. So on Christmas Day. Exactly, Miss 313. Grand Rising, Miss 313. And I'm just like, so I'm listening to Stomp Down, and I am like, and he's not going over the Bertha Mays no more, because they always attacking me over there, and they always attacking me. Why is he always the victim? So I hear Stomp Down, and I think me and the viewers of you, we got up there and we were talking to Stomp Down, and I think that was the first time that I actually heard Stomp Down do a good old belly laugh. Stomp Down was cracking up, because I told him, I said, it's strange that he wants to fight with me on Christmas Day, but he had no fight for himself when those teenagers. He alleged that they had a pow, but I'm pretty sure that they just had a sharpened pencil, a little shank, and held it up to him, and he dropped his bowels, his groceries, and everything that was in him on the grocery floor, and gave over his keys to these teens, one who was too young to even have their picture in the newspaper, and gave them his car and told him, it's in the bag. My car is in the bag. Ain't that what he told him? Stomp Down, if you listen. I know. It's in the bag. My car is in the bag. So now he has all of this fight and all of this attention seeking using my name. I'm flattered. I'm flattered that you were thinking about me on Christmas morning. I am so flattered. I am so flattered. I've had such an impact in your uh, miserable, gummy, gloomy ass life. Thank you. Thank you. Chapa. So, yeah, in the bed. Nobody can say that like Stomp Down. I got somebody in the bed. He kills me when he says that. Okay, so ever since Papa Ronnie Hugh got him together, he ain't been the same. And Beans, I accidentally blocked you. Sorry. Don't you dare block Beans. Okay. Happy holidays, bestie, Beans and Cornbread. Please share and subscribe. Choreo Lover, happy holidays. Stumpy does it the best. Yes, he does. Okay, so so now me and Pam, we got up there and we had Stomp Down cracking up and stuff. So then later on, was it last night? Later on, I went to ODS's channel. I came in there late, and who's sitting on the panel calling me a bag of bitches again? Uh, of course, at ODS's prompting. I heard you got into it with somebody today, or how you get into it with somebody who hadn't even been on YouTube on Christmas Day morning. I think I saw one video was in one chat on Christmas during the daytime, and he's up there all that bitch, this bitch, that bitch. That must be what he heard his father call his mother every day. That must be what he heard that hard chin motherfucker who uh, shitted him out. That must be what he heard his mother being called. That's the only explanation for this. And then Chanel Huffman, one of ODS's mods, was having a conversation over there with some talk back and forth, and then he's doing his best of the Miss Obnoxious impersonation and start calling her a bitch and bitches and all of this. This shit. Not for nothing. I could see. And he was mistaken. I don't know her. I don't know that lady. Who is that? I don't know her. She was the one. She was the one you just got done calling a bag of bitches because of what she was writing in the chat that you had got fucked up, and then she came up there and fucked you up. That's who that lady is. Always calling people all these bitches and all of this shit and act like it's cute. I Did I hear or did I read? It was something to the effect that he was over there bragging about it, about him saying that he would put hands on women. See, because let's be clear, you may think, you may think that you're going to put hands on women, and you may think you enunciating this and putting it out in the atmosphere, but you are going to fuck around and find out. Because uh, who is to say that you may raise your hand to a woman and the next thing that may fall will be your body crumbling to the ground? So let's be clear. Talking about hitting on women because you're in your emotional state, because you're such a recluse, because this is the only attention that you get, so you think you can create a bad motherfucking nigga. But nigga, we already know you ain't bad. We already know just the sound of my husband's voice had you out here. I have law enforcement in my family. I have law enforcement in my family. But everybody don't obey the laws. Everybody don't obey the laws. All law enforcement don't even obey the laws. So what the fuck was that supposed to mean? You're gonna fuck around and really find out that mouth of yours is gonna really get you fucked up. All of this talking about he'll fight women and this, that, and the other. And everybody act like, oh Rodney, oh Rodney, oh Rodney boo, oh Rodney, oh Rodney. Chaba. There's nothing to respect about that motherfucker. Hey, Vito, Grand Rising. Okay. He can't let shit go with that stinking ass. He needs to move on and leave me alone. I don't mention him and quit lying on me. That's the whole gist of it. Because people entertain his lies. Mimi Jenkins, Grand Rising, good to see you. I Good morning. Good morning, Ronnie Q in chat. Listening from work. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you as well. So that's his whole premise. He pops off. He comes out here and he lies. He's a liar. So I did absolutely nothing to him first. And if you and yeah, she did, no, we don't know. Be specific. What did she do to you first? Absolutely nothing. Because that's what you are. Absolutely nothing. All right. So, hey, Dominique Devereaux. I hope you had a blessed Christmas. That's the quickest way to have your family walking slow, slow and singing low. Yeah, it's just at this point is really redundant and it's really ridiculous. And I could see if there was any truth in it, but there's absolutely no truth in it. And he gets puffed up and all this blowing up by absolutely nothing. And I got law enforcement in my family. Not funny. Yeah, I got law enforcement in my family. Well, you need to tell that law enforcement that's in your family that your bitch ass told me to bring my mama and my sister because you was gonna fight me. Why don't you tell that law enforcement in your family that you sitting on here bragging about? Yeah, I would fight her. Yeah, I would hit her. Why don't you tell the law enforcement in your family, in my family? Why don't you tell them that? You a motherfucker who need to be pistol whipped by your fucking family. Okay, so enough of that. Okay, so what else? What else was? What else was? Uh, I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, can somebody drop Stomp Down's link in the chat for me, please, so you guys can go over there and check that. He did another video. Wait a minute. He did another video. What was that other video about? Okay, so he did that one where he was given that information. Oh, he did a video on the YouTube camera saga and the Sean Bradley. But now this is the video. I haven't seen any of these, but I think that we're gonna have to go and watch. These boys are an embarrassment to real men who can't have proper dialogue to verbalize ideas. Thank you. Now, I didn't know about this because I don't watch Just Krista. So I found out yesterday via Stomp Down that there has been a dust up between Shelly and Just Krista. So did you guys hear about that? The dust up between Shelly and Just Krista? So allegedly, because I'm going to tell you how I heard it. I haven't watched Just Krista's video. Do not put her link in the chat. Uh, do not put her link in the chat. If you guys find her, you can find her. Thank you, Corio, for putting Stomp Down's link in the chat. Thank you, Miss 313. So you got to understand, Stump Down puts 20 on 10, but he tells you to go over there and watch it. So it's not like he's trying to hide and say, take my word for it. So I don't know what is the 20 and what's the 10 and how he gave this story, but I'm going to tell you what I heard. And understand 20 may be put on 10. Okay, so what he said was that, and you know how it was somebody's live. Shelly was on it, and she said, "Well, I would never divulge our personal conversations." And this was just a couple of days ago, right before Christmas. And Shelly was up there talking, and she said, I would never divulge, our personal conversations or anything. And then Just Krista was up there. Oh, Shelly, I wouldn't either. Oh, Shelly, I would never do that. But Shelly was basically telling. Oh God, what was the circumstances where they were just together on somebody's panel last week, right before Christmas? Anyway, so we got the assurance that Just Krista would need it. So it did not surprise me. It never surprised me. Some of these low lives over here on YouTube that Just Krista went live and she was allegedly talking about Shelly and some. Well, we already knew the med check. I mean, I don't know what she thought she was revealing about that. Shelly says that about herself, and talking about mental health issues, talking about Social Security or SS Social Security, SSDI, and all of this stuff that Just Krista was allegedly spilling out private information on those in that arena about Shelly. And I was like, what? Okay, so I'm not sure on Shelly's reply to that. Because I didn't go over there to watch to see if she had a reply. So then, while that was going on, somebody was writing in the chat, why is Joyce dragging Shelly? I was like, wait a minute, wasn't they cool with each other? So I don't know what happened to that either. Okay. Diva Tomboy, drop Diva Tomboyish link. She will be handling all Just Krista traffic. Please give Diva your click and view instead. Oh, okay. So yes, obviously Diva Tomboyish has Just Krista's. Thank you, Beans and Cornbread. That is smart. Thank you. I appreciate that. If one of my mods could drop Diva Tomboyish for those who don't want, like, I will go over there and check it out as well. Hey, So Baron. So what the bottom line is, Just Krista is over there doing her best. Hold on. She's over there doing her best snake oil dance and dirty bitch dance and giving out allegedly. I cannot even say if what she is saying is true because these people come out here on Mad Day and say you have all kind of ailments, all type of this, that, and the other. I'm just giving you the information. You can take it if you believe it, if you think it's true, whatever. I'm just telling you that it has come to this. already. So we knew that she was capable of a whole lot of mess and bullshit because of the breakup between her and TC. And then we get the cat dog story and all of this type of stuff. So I do not expect less from her because she is the lowest common denominator of everything that I have seen. So how can I expect less of her? So let's be clear. Uh, take it for what it's worth. And if you want to hear, go over there to Diva Tomboyish and check out. And I don't. This did Shelly reply beans and cornbread? I'm waiting to see if Shelly replied. I'm gonna have to go over there to see if Shelly replied because I can't see her just letting it go. Let me go over here and check for myself. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hey. Okay. Yes. Let me see if Shelly replied. Now, I do know Shelly did a video a couple of days ago, and she invited Just Krista up. But Just Krista did not hit the link. Jumping off the merry-go-round. That's the last video I see from Shelly. That would have been done on Christmas Day. It's a 4-hour video, so let me see who I see on the panel. Oh God, ZX and Rodney sitting on the panel. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Oh, and it's 34 minutes in. Let me see how soon they fucking caught the link. Let me see, 31 minutes in. There go Rodney sitting on the link. I'm just sitting here. No, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. Shirley, yeah, I don't want nothing. Okay, so ugly Negro goddess on here at 52 minutes. I don't know. I don't know what exactly they were talking about. Uh, maybe that's the video. Oh, Diva Tomboy is just on the link now. Oh, let me see. Let me see if it's getting good now. The Diva Tomboy is on. I see. Let me see. I see Room Shaker on the panel. Hmm. Let me see what Diva Tomboy is just talking about. Oh, let me see. I think. Oh Lord, Kwani on the panel. Let me see. Oh, it's a lot of people on this panel. So go over there and check this out. I'm gonna drop the link from you guys. Kwani over there. Kwani over there jumping down. Number one soul sister. Chat. So here is the link. I don't know if they even got to that Just Krista part. I don't know, but this live does look interesting. There's a lot of talk. So now, hey, Grand Rising, Bernice. Good to see. Uh, okay, thank you for the answer. Shells is paying that crit. Oh my goodness. Shells is paying that critter dust. Okay. So she paying her dust. Yeah, I did not hear anything about it. Now, what I did get a tinge of when I was trying to let you know if Shells replied to that. Uh, what did you guys think about the town hall meeting? I'll let you. Should I let you vote? Should I do a poll? Let me do a poll on the town hall. Okay. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so this is the poll question. Okay, so answer the poll. What did you guys think about the town hall meeting? You have four chances, too many CCs on the panel. It was productive. I think I wrote the same same option twice. Let me see. Let me see. What? Too many CCs on the panel. It was projected. Should have been for CCs only, and yeah, not much. So okay. So how the town hall came about? You guys, if you're not watching Very Carey, you guys miss a lot of stuff. So Very Carey had a live Christmas Eve, the morning of Christmas Eve. It was a really good live. Uh, we had fun over there. It was just a really good live, and James came through, and the conversation of the strike came up, and I can't remember exactly who it was who said, "Hey, James, this sounds like a town hall." And he said, "A town hall? I wouldn't think about doing a town hall for this." And then so they was like, "Yeah, this is some town hallish type of conversation, men against women." So you can hear him, thinking about it. And he said, "You know what? Well, it would have to be like in an hour and a half." So that's how the town hall came up. So if anybody, I think heard Piss Pants saying that's why he wanted. Speaking of ODS, that's why he wanted James to do that hot town hall. It would have nothing to do with ODS wanting that town hall. That town hall was presented to him and pondered over by him over on Very Carey. So I heard Pizarro tell that lie about ODS, and that was absolutely untrue. I heard her say that over on Jay Dunn's channel when she and Jay Dunn were doing Christmas carols on this strike. A strike is a strike. Okay, so it now let's get to the town hall. Pray for Choreo Lover. Choreo Lover has had a house full of family over the Christmas holiday. She still have a few, and she's in and out. The main folks calling for a strike couldn't even explain it or didn't even show up. Uh, exactly. So I would hate, damn poll. I would hate to have to. Uh, I would hate to have to depend on these people who were so vigorous to agree that there should be a strike and that we're behind you and we're with you. So I got word that it was Pizarro, Big Sixty, Lady Nika, uh, allegedly Ness, and Uppity, and Truth Enterprise. And before that day that it was announced was over, Uppity was like, "I don't know how they got my name. I never said I was gonna. I was never said I was gonna strike. I never said nothing about striking. I don't know why they thought I was gonna be in it." Ness was on panel to panel on Jay Wilson's, not talking about. "Ooh, I don't know what that strike for. That's silly." And Truth Enterprise said that she wasn't going to do anything by the end of the night. She was right on her live talking about beef sector shit. So so now we have the main three in the thing. So I was talking about this Christmas Eve, and somebody who was her Lady Nika's mom said Lady Nika didn't say that. She said that she will be going live, but she's going to be talking about she's going to be talking about world events, and she's not going to do beef sector commentary. So now, I do know that Sean Bradley had come out after they announced that strike that they were having, and said that he didn't think it was a good idea. So it wasn't until after that that all of a sudden Lady Nika came back, and she restated her stance and said, well, she will be going live, but she's going to be doing world news. So that is going to be what she's doing on her live. So I'm just giving you the information. You can you can digest it as you feel. So let me see. Keep striking. Uh, while you're on strike, you'll have more free time to find a job. Hey, Jill's Comfort Zone. Thank you for coming. Dear God. Okay. Okay. That mess was Pizarro to get people to give her money while she's not on here. Nobody's going to get a lot of money out of me, especially if they scared of their own shadow. That's what you believe? The main folks calling for the strike couldn't even explain it or didn't even show up. Okay, I saw that. So let me see what you guys said about the poll. Let me close the poll. Let me end my poll. Okay. Town Hall. Too many CCs on the panel. 58%. Yeah, not much. 22%. 12%. Only 12% thought it was productive. 6% said it should have been for CCs only. I meant it should have been for subbies only, but I made a mistake on my poll. It should have been for subbies only. So if I had done the poll right, I think that would have gotten. It may have gotten. My bad. I thought I said should have been for subbies only. I think that the poll should have been for subbies only, especially after he had her up there to present her stance on the strike. So it doesn't seem like she's aware of what she wants to say this strike is going to be about, because let's all understand all of this is just bullshit. Is we understand what the strike is about. The strike was about them being mad at what's her name, Diva. Oh, Lord, I keep on Naturally Lux Diva saying that she was going to give ODS $500, only to come to find out that Naturally Lux Diva and ODS play with each other all the time. And she was in the chat talking to, this is what she said. She said she was in the chat ribbing at him and saying that, and plus she was out shopping. It was so many people around and it was hard for her to type. So that's why she hit the link and said her little joke that she was trying to get off in the chat. Of course, people are going to say she's lying. That's not true. I don't give a fuck. That's what she said. And she said she was just kidding with him, and she just hit the link to say that to him and ribbing him. So they were mad about absolutely nothing. Pizarro actually said that you ain't going to give me something. You ain't going to get, oh, that was so insensitive, because Pizarro was lying once again about her children buying all of these whatever credits to this grant game on her credit card. So that was insensitive. Why was that insensitive when not even 3 or 4 months ago Pizarro came on here with that same pouting and I'm so mad my kids bought all this stuff for this game and they spent up all of this money on my car. Why should it is it insensitive? Because Pizarro has already been through this and should already know how to dispute the charges with her bank. Why is this anybody else's problem? And why shouldn't ODS be blessed with $500 for him and his on Christmas? I don't understand why any of this. But we're going to go with it's y'all women are all male identified because these men they come out here and they do all of this and y'all can forgive them. I'm going on strike. Let's be clear. We are real clear what it was. So then we get to this town hall and now Big 60 cannot enunciate anything that is wrong. And she almost slipped up and said, and they'll limit, he can do whatever he want, and yet and they be so light on him, and then they'll even and she caught herself. They'll even cash up him. Was that what you were about to say, Big 60? They would even cash up him. Yes, they would cash up him. So you guys were mad about money, and then you saw the backlash, and then you want to try to pretend like it is about something else. And what could the something else ever be but King Roman news? It's like now what did King Roman news have to do with anything about this strike? Absolutely nothing. But now it turned into a whole King Roman news saga. So yep, I would have voted for subbies only. That's what it was supposed to be. So now all of a sudden it's all about King Roman news. And we know it was nothing to do with King Roman news. Grand Rising, Miss Douglas. Ain't nobody studying that child. Beans and cornbread. Victimo went live and showed his Christmas tree decorations and all of the gifts for his daughter. His baby is blessed. Well, that's good. That's good. King Roman news was a huge deflection. Exactly. That's all of that. That's all that was. Okay, first of all, nobody has to give them anything. And how would they even know what the men in the sector are getting? Do they share damn bank accounts with them? Just slow and damn ignorant. I got you. I definitely got you. So it was uh what I'm saying is it was all bullshit. That's all I have to say about it. All of that was pure bullshit. And then she sat up there and had the audacity to say, he said that somebody that I doxed him, and then he came back and he said it wasn't me, and he apologized, and we had gotten cool after that and all of this. And but then when he came out and said somebody doxed him and he was taking care of it and he knew who that person was, he never came out and shared who that person was. He never told you he was either. So that's an invalid. So okay, did he when he told you he found out who the person was and it's not Brianna and apologized? Did he say I'm going to tell you who the person was? No, he never told you he was going to tell you who the person was. So that's another red herring on top of a red herring that he didn't come out and say who it was. Never told you who he was. Okay, so now you're so upset that King Roman News lied on you and never came back and told you who it was. But you had the audacity to say that I was scamming because somebody in your came and wrote some dirty laundry person who I don't know how many people have. Some people said that they've seen this dirty laundry person around. It's obviously a scared ass punk ass bitch who is scared to say this dumb shit under their real page. It's a troll page. Let's be clear. Dirty Laundry is a troll page that went over to Breeze and wrote on her community wall that she thought that my whole give back to the subscribers was a Ronnie Q's payday or some shit. I showed you guys the last week, and you can go back to this minute mark and you can see that it looked like she gave hers to Yaya. Okay, so Yaya was not even in the chat that day, much like this one. So Yaya wasn't even there. So how am I going to give anything back? Yaya was not in the chat putting her link down. Her Cash App down. But it appeared to this troll that when I gave my gift, it was given to Yaya, which it was not. So what does Big Sexy do? She goes on her channel and said, yeah, it was a whole scam. It was a whole scam. What was the scam? Enunciate a scam. And enunciate the fact that you were so willing to lie and said that I scammed somebody based on this motherfucking troll ass bitch, you dumb fat cunt. Explain that. See, he or she knew exactly to write that to a dumb bitch, a bitch that has absolutely no critical thinking skills. Because only a dumb bitch would think that a secret Santa was so profitable that you would have to scam off of it in the first place when the gifts are between $25 and $50. Bitch, I'm not Pizarro ho. So now she want to sit up there and say what King Roman News did that was so bad. Bitch, you did this shit last week. Tried to come out and make me a whole scammer because I did what you didn't want to do. What I always do, give back to the subscribers. So y'all tried to make that as a dirty little something that benefited me, bitch. It didn't benefit me. It showed what a fucking non-giver your greedy ass is. I bet no wonder your sister is that much smaller than you because she probably couldn't get to no food but before you done ripped off the cabinet doors and ate all the good shit. Because she is big, but she wasn't half as big as your big ass. Bitch eating the crumbs that you left in the kitchen. Hey Kimberly. Hey Orero Monroe. Okay, so that's all I have to say. So she's and so when she cannot enunciate, well, we don't get the strike. What is the strike about? See, she okay. So let's educate people about what strikes are about. Strikes are about the party. Strikes are about the party who works for a party, which would be the content creator. Uh, the content creator are putting in work for the subscribers. See, everybody want to talk about this is a business. This is a business. Now you going on strike at your business. You're in essence working for the subscribers. That's who you're working for. You're not coming on doing lives if you don't have no subscribers in the chat. If you don't come live and do a whole show, if you get no views on your content, so that's who you're working for. We are working for the subscribers. Let's get it straight. You're not the boss of a business. You're working for the subscribers, trying to at least entertain your subscribers. And YouTube is the boss that is paying you. Let's be clear. So now you want to act like you are deserving of something more than what YouTube pays you, and you want to browbeat the subscribers about it? Are you serious? So a strike consists of collective bargaining agreements. So what is collective bargaining agreements? It is a collective bargaining. Hold on. Collective bargaining is a process in which the representatives of a labor organization and the representative of business organization meet and attempt to negotiate a contract or an agreement which specifies, you know that word that I like, specific, which specifies the nature of the employee-employer union representation relationship. Are the CCs in a union? That's another thing. See, that usually goes on when a group of workers get together who are in a union, decide that they want to affect change and they want to affect action from their employer. Thus, they may want more pay. They may want shorter hours. They may want a myriad of things. They may want uh, changes to how they their schedule. They may want more help. May want health insurance within itself, or more health insurance. They may want a pension. They have they have specific things that they are trying to get from their employer. They are a collective group. The bargaining is the proposals and the counter proposals. You are asking for a $2 an hour raise. Your employer may say, "I'll give you 125." That is the bargaining. And then when the representative who meets with the employer, it takes it back to the rest of the union and they vote on it to see if they accept or reject the offer. And if they reject it, they go back and say no. Well, they said 175. They'll take one. That's what a strike is. So for you dummies that don't know what a strike is, it is beyond people just walking off the job and picking me up in front of their former place of employment. I mean, they're not. It's not their former. Their place of employment. See, this stuff goes on behind the scenes to settle the strike. You just don't strike with no purpose or no reason. You have reason and purpose and goals and complaints that you want to have addressed, and you want to be you want change. You're trying to affect a change to reconcile their conflict interests. That's what you want. It's a conflict. So how is anything a strike about the beef sector? Is what I want to know. Hey, Brianna Busted Beans and Shocks. Let me remove this. She couldn't even tell you what the complaint was. Could not tell you what the complaint was. Now we're on to King Roman News, and everybody saw what it was for. Thank you, Queen Tulsa. There was no shop stewards, no picketing, no arbitration, nothing. Just dumb. Exactly, beans and cornbread. They didn't even know what the issue was. I can't say what the issue is. Pizarro is loud, ghetto, lazy, and can't read. She's a mess. Okay. Now what Miss 313 saying? Oh, okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, and who stole all the union dues? Yes, who stole all the union dues? Damn bitches think they AFL-CIO. A strike no less. Okay, let me see what you're saying. Ronnie Q gives good shows, things that are useful, a jack of all trades, and you show us yourself, not fully, but at least you show us yourself. Piece of don't the piece that don't show shit but want all the money. Okay. All of me, take all of me, not part of me, take all of me. They act like they are the Teamsters. Girl. Gotta unionize first. Yes. You have to be in the okay, so enough of this dumb shit. Okay, so it was all bullshit, and it became a point where I think that they saw, or especially Big 60 saw, that there weren't going to be any subbies who came up while she was up. That's why I said that what I said when I went up. And of course they hold their pattern. And then the one lady who went up. Now she's being quizzed down. Well, why do you watch them if you because YouTube is free to anybody to watch. You ain't got to drop down. You ain't got to do nothing. You can just change the channel, or you can just watch the bullshit go down and watch you motherfuckers do dumb shit. That's why she watch them. She want to see exactly how stupid you motherfuckers are. So and then the lady said she was an old time subby. I never heard this VS. I ain't never heard of an old time subby. Well, she never heard of an old time old time OG's content creator either. So if there can be OG content creators, so there cannot be a subby who has been there for the same duration of these content creators who call themselves OG. See, OG content creators is some self-named thing. So why couldn't a subscriber call herself a self-named title? Because is OG of the beef sector patented or something? Is this a real? I guess for some people, this beef sector titles and all of this is some real thing. It's some real life thing to them that they hang on and where they are at somebody because they're an OG in the beef sector. So how dare a subscriber say that they're an OG subscriber? I never heard of such. Shabbat. So all of this sitting on the panel, I think it really did deter a lot of people for I don't know for I'm thinking that it deterred a lot of people from hitting the link and didn't want to go through the back and forth. They just wanted to have their comment heard. But I think that that was a deterrent. And then we get the Heidi. Then we get the diamond ring Dories talking about taking the whole subject matter off of anything that we were talking about. Coming up here trying to be the attorney for pizza and didn't even know what the fuck we were talking about. Oh, I didn't know. And all of this ab living it between every two words somebody says. I'm just like, oh my God, I was just ready to, oh God, they just really messed up that town hall meeting, in my opinion. Taking it off what it truly was about. And it was at that moment that Big Funky got her ass off the panel because her work was done. Her work was done. It was obvious that no more subbies were going to be able to get a word in edgewise at that point. Let me see. Their greatest issue is ignorance and believing they're smarter than the rest of us. Pathetic waste of brain matter. They call us all trolls. Yeah, so that's what I thought about it. I think that they did that for a reason. OG means original gangster. No one here is a gangster. How you know I ain't a gangster? How you know I'm not a gangster? Kimberly Black, Grand Rising to you. It's good to see you. Well, Pisa started this strike, so of course it doesn't make sense. She needs some extra cash to put gas in her 1980 Beetle. I mean, Tesla. You mean? Listen, Kimberly Black. Somebody time her out. Somebody put this woman on a 72-hour hold. She must be crazy. She said, Ronnie Q, singing is not one of your attributes. It is not. I agree that it's not a strong point. But I have a song in my heart. I gotta share it. I've got a song in my heart just for you. You see how that works? All the misuse of terminology shows the lack of intelligence. Good morning, Just Andrea. Let me see. Now, hey, Grand Rising, Miss Toby. It's good to see you, Israel. Happy Fridays. Corio said, no lies told. I refuse to lie. I am too. See how y'all do me? Y'all ain't no good. Well, at least I know I can't sing. At least I can't be insulted. uh, we can misuse whatever we can misuse whatever we want, and we can misuse our singing abilities. Thank you, Choreo. Oh Lord, now y'all ganging up on me. Okay, so speaking of strike for real, what do you guys think about this Amazon strike? Now, a lot of Amazons are not letting their employees, it's the drivers who are striking. A lot of them are not letting their employees even go on this strike. So I want to hear all of y'all crazy. They are. All of y'all crazy. So do you guys even know that the Amazon drivers uh, are on strike? And it's they said it's usually okay. So all Amazon plants do not allow them to unionize, but I think that once you're, I don't know why it has to be branch by branch or state by state, because it seems as if once the drivers unionize, that all drivers should be allowed to unionize. So I think you have to put it to a vote, and you have to get so many names that agree to unionize. So let's understand that Amazon is spending a lot of money to change the narrative to what these people are really fighting about. So they have a whole big PR. They have a whole big PR production to make you not see these strikers, not acknowledge these strikers. But let me see. Let me see. I have it right here. You have some Amazon drivers who are saying that they make $20 to $22 an hour, and you have to think some of these people live in big, big. Let me see. Let me find it. Big cities where some of them are living in their cars, some are homeless. So it's more than just okay. Let me tell you. Here's a guy who speaks well about exactly what Amazon drivers are striking for. So I want to share this with you guys. And Jeff Bezos, he's one of the richest persons in America. Well, aren't they doing outside source for smaller orders? I don't know. They turned that town hall into a shit show. Yes, they did. The That's real reasons. Grievances for a strike. Okay. Choreo, you can have your deliveries through UPS, but I think it costs more. But the simple wait until you see what they are really striking about, and it's just like this man is the richest man in America. Let's not forget that he went up to Mar-a-Lago because he has some issues about some not Amazon, but about some space shit that he's also doing. Jeff Bezos. So he is trying to cozy up to the president elect as well. So it's just all of these big businesses who who have made so much profit. Okay, so let's see what the workers are picketing for, some of their complaints. And this is in New York City. So these people are living in New York City. Some of them are living in their cars, and then they have to do Uber or Uber Eats. If they lived in Florida, they'd be rich if they had did Uber Eats, getting all of that big sexy money from Uber Eats. So here we go. I want to share this with you. I'm going to share the link. I'm using this under copyright, fair use copyright. So here's the link to this video. If you guys are not subscribed to this page, and if you guys are interested in some of the things that are going on and getting down to the brass tacks of things and not hearing it through the corporate eye, uh, status coup, you may want to subscribe to this page because it gives what the people are going through and thinking about, and it put things together. So here we go.
Of it, because the loading up when you're in the car, the truck.
Yeah.
I mean,
probably gonna get a day taken off of your week.
Really nice.
Guys, let him through. Let him through. How many? One, two, three. This is the last one. 10. If we don't get it, if we don't get it, who are we? What do we want? If we don't get it, if we don't get it.
what's your name and how long you worked here?
My name is Renzo Ramirez. I've worked here for about a month and some change, almost on to 2 months.
So a month and you're already into the strike. Tell me what your experience has been, because your coworkers I'm talking to, I mean, sounds like the Hunger Games, 300 packages in 10 hours, and good luck if you could eat and go to the bathroom. What's your experience been?
It's been, if you don't get the job done, you're probably going to get a day taken off of your week. If you don't load up in time, it's a bad look, and probably don't expect like the praise or the good, or good job or anything like that when you come back. Sometimes the snacks are unavailable, right? Because they just don't bring enough out, or there's no water for us, or we can't even take a bathroom break after we load up because they just give us a short time, like 12, 11 minutes to load up 200.
Now hold on. I didn't know he was complaining about snacks. I don't get no snacks on my job. I got to bring my snacks. But let's talk about the working conditions. Okay, let's continue. I don't get no snacks, and I got to buy my water. I got vending machines and shit. Okay, let's continue.
180 something packages. It's a lot of pressure.
Talk about the physical labor of it, because the loading up when you're in the car, the truck.
Yep.
I mean, bending, lifting to get the packages.
Mm-hmm. So if you don't stretch before you do this job, you are going to be hurting the day and the next day and the next day. Stretching is very core to this job, but they don't really care whether you stretch or not. They care if you clock in on time and you clock in out on time. Simple as that. They don't care if like there's traffic, or if like we can't get in, or if the van doesn't work. Shit, even when they do the inspection, they tell us just skip everything, wait 90 seconds, and then do it. As of recent, just because of the strike, they've been saying, actually go around the car, see if there's air. All of the cars and the EDVs, all of them have low air.
So they never was concerned about the safety of their vans that they have out on the road with you. Okay, let's continue.
Low air pressure.
Basically, they don't give a shit about your safety, whether the vehicles are up to snuff. It's just packages, as many as you can in as little time as you can.
You got it right like that.
And you seem like a young guy, but I mean, I'm sure when you get home, you're exhausted from this.
Yeah, so I've had instances where I've done routes on the rental van that has no shelves. So that means I'm on my knees in the metal on the van where it's cold and the heat doesn't get to the back of the van. And my lower back hurts for a 26-year-old. That's kind of insane, right? And we don't even have health insurance. They give us life insurance and expect to be okay with that.
They don't have health insurance. They give them life insurance because they know they working you to death. They actually are doing these jobs, delivering these packages under these conditions, and they have zero health insurance. You know, the stuff that is usually delivered through your employer health insurance, they don't have any. And they want to repeal the Affordable Care Act, and people wonder why there needs to be a Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, as they like to say it when they want to demonize it. This is why. This is the world richest. He is the world richest retailer in the United States, and the employees are not even offered a health insurance option. Can you imagine this? Why? Because they can go up and they can rub elbows with Donald Trump for their projects. Okay, let me hear a little. We're getting to the juicy part now.
It's hard. I've caught myself crashing on the couch just to like be sluggish the next day, shower, and then be sluggish on my way to the job and be sluggish during the job.
A company that's worth I believe $1 trillion at this point can't give you health insurance when you're breaking your back, basically. What does that say to you that that's even allowed?
Well, I've been lied to before, and this just feels like another one of those lies. $1 trillion company can't afford to give me health insurance? Come on. Is it because I'm that replaceable? Is it because you don't pay us enough to really care? We're just a number on a piece.
That's what it is. You're replaceable. Okay, let's hear what this guy is saying.
This is how to get too fast.
Sorry, you got a commercial.
Great, because you hear about like UPS and they're doing their contract and they're doing their thing. People working there.
You've been at Amazon, and tell me about this momentum and energy out here.
Yeah, it's pretty great, man. It's a lot of support. I've been here for a year now, since October, and I was really liking the job, but at the same time, the pay is what's really killing me right now. Like, if it could be a little higher, that would be great. Because you hear about like UPS and they're doing their contract and they're doing their thing. People working there for a while making six figures. That's great, and we just want a piece of that cake too.
And for you, I was being told, $22 an hour, but that's not going to get you that far in New York City.
No.
And there's people who have to work other jobs. And he was saying about your story. Share your personal story.
On the side, I do Uber sometimes after work, but on my days off, I just got my moped, so I'm using that now. But before I did it on my bicycle, man, I was pedaling all over the city.
How do you do that after a 10-hour shift? You got the energy after driving 10 hours and delivering over 200 packages?
You just look like you got a lot of motivation. You look at your pockets and you're just like, yo, nothing in there, so I got to do something, man. That's just how it is, But yeah, like it's fun for me. At the same time, but it's a lot of work. I just gotta, do what I gotta do, because at the end of the day, I'm responsible for putting food on the table for myself.
And for you, can you talk about the labor of being a driver?
So the next time you hear the Republicans saying that you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, as if you can, as if there is a way, you are doing this back-breaking, grueling work, and they have you on all of these different type of time metrics, and you must deliver all your packages. And when people are succeeding in doing that, you know what they come in to the next day at Amazon? They come in with a metric that is higher than the day before, because you have proven that you can do that. So hey, we're gonna add more on you. So that's why they're at the limit of. That's how they figure out what to push you towards. Just more. But they don't want to pay you anymore.
Because people were talking about, you're bending and
the bending, especially, with the job, the way it's set up, is like you got to reach into these bags, a lot of bending down, a lot of lifting, and it can be excruciating after 6-7 hours. But the worst part for me was actually peak season of last year. The load was crazy, man. Like, I was out there till late.
What was the load? Like, how many packages would you
300, maybe more, And you're going building the building, and you got to go up and down the stairs, up the elevator, down the stairs. It's crazy.
So I don't take it with delivering 300 packages. You get time to eat, go to the bathroom.
No, like a lot of and especially then, but like even now, sometimes I gotta be eating while I'm driving, or like eating, eating while I'm delivering. I got like a bottle of water in my pocket, and I'm just sipping at it every now and then. But yeah, you really don't get much time to just sit down and relax for like even 20 minutes.
So I could not work for Amazon. So I gave you the link. Drop it in there one more time. So let's talk about the real strikes. Some real shit that's going on out here. Let me see what you guys. No comments. Y'all, it's like I don't care. I'm still gonna order my packages from Amazon. I need my shit. So there you go. I'm just giving you some information. Hey, Peaches. Here in my town, they have independent contractors to make deliveries, but and so could that mean that they are paying them less? Scabs. Hey, Liz, how are you? Could that mean that the independent contractors are being paid less than the $22 an hour for doing the same job? I've heard that they're not allowed to use the restroom. They have to keep working. Yes. One of the guys said that they have 12 minutes to load their truck. So I was trying to find that, and they said after that they just shoo them out even if they have to use the restroom. There are so many stories about Amazon drivers actually peeing in water bottles, taking water bottles to pee in so they can pee. And can you imagine how difficult that is if you're a woman to have to pee? I'm late, but I was listening. You're right on time as always. A damn shame. So, also, this is terrible. Yes, it is terrible. Also, let's understand we are living in a real time, especially with this, in my opinion, with this new administration coming up. It's a straight up oligarch system that we are in for. Okay, let me see. I think this is the one I want to share with you. So we know that, well, some of us know that the U.S. was, hold on. So we all know that last Friday was the deadline at last Friday at midnight was the deadline for them to sign a spending bill, and the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, had negotiated with the Democrats a bill that they both could agree on, and he came out. They also put the bill out on their site. It was like the whole bill was like 1,200 or something pages, and then the unelected president Elon Musk got a hold of it and said no, that he was against the bill. And then he tweeted out that he was against the bill, and if any Republicans voted for the bill, that they should be primaried, and he would personally give the money to somebody to go up against a Republican that signed this bill that they had both agreed on, the Democrats and Republicans. And he said he would he would finance somebody to primary up against them, another Republican to run against them, so the ultimate Republican would be the only one going up against a Democrat. You understand what the primarying is? Okay, so I know I've been talking about Pizarro and them so long that I think I gotta excuse me. I know I don't have to explain putting someone up to primary against you if you vote wrong. So they threatened their jobs. That's what they did. Let's call a thing a thing. They threatened their jobs. These congressmen, their jobs if they voted for something that they had agreed on, but Elon Musk didn't agree on. Then soon after, who comes out and also says that yeah, this one particular guy, he should be primary. What is so and so Lee doing out there? He's a really good guy. So the I forget his name. He is a congressman in Dallas. I played you the clip Christmas Eve of that happening. So let's talk about what happened. So then they had to have some balls and say, no, this is the deal that we agreed upon, and this is what we're going to do. But no, the Republicans went back and tried to make some adjustments. One of the adjustments that Donald Trump had actually offered that there should be no budget limit. So for 2 years. So how are you going to just how the heck what is it? How the heck are you just going to do that? And all the right wing always say that this has to be paid for, this has to be paid for, but you want to take the whole spending cap off of the government for 2 whole years. The spending cap is a cap on spending. But when they talk about giving you something, giving keeping Social Security, keeping things that you need, they're like, well, we have to offset it with some cuts because we have to stay within our spending cap. So we can't give these people who are on Social Security a raise because it would you have to offset it. You're gonna have to take something off the budget because we got to stay under our spending cap. But they wanted to just eliminate the spending cap for 2 years, so nothing would have to be paid for. Like this, what he's saying he's going to do on day one, give these rich people more tax cut. So you're not going to have to look around. You're not going to have the argument of how you're going to pay for these tax cuts because there's no spending cap. Okay, so what the Republicans did was they just did away with their first bill, and then they said they had to go back and reconfigure some things. And the greatness of Elon Musk's proposal that was flaunted out, while the agreed proposal had between 12, I think, between 12 or 1,500 pages of that bill. His proposal only had 100 pages. So that's what made his bill also more palpable, allegedly. And you should look. This is only 100 pages, and I'm getting it all done. But of all the talk that they are telling you about this situations, so they were able to actually pass a spending bill. One of the things that Elon Musk had taken out was research and treatment for children with cancer. So it still was not in the final bill, but they made a separate bill that approved that. So let's be clear. The richest man in the world took out care for children with cancer. So they also had to do a separate bill to fund FEMA. I forget how much they funded FEMA. So FEMA, that was in so great need with all these hurricanes and all these floods and all of these natural disasters. They had to do a separate bill to fund that. That was in the bill as well. So okay, let's see what they didn't tell you about this bill. See this shit that they didn't tell you about this bill finally being passed at midnight is the fact that this bill benefited Elon Musk's pockets, because there was a clause in there about businesses in China, where Musk has businesses in China, and that would have fucked him up personally. That was taken out of the bill, and it remained out of the bill. Let's watch this, and let's not forget that he made something like 100. How much did he make when Trump won the presidency? He won. Oh, I mean, not won. He got. I think it was. I can't. I won't. I don't want to mess up the amount of money that it was, but he profited from his investment in backing Trump to $120 million, and his company profited from that. Okay. Here it is right here. Okay, let's listen to this. What they did not tell you. So I'm going to share this link. This channel is Democracy Now! They do great they do great world news all around. They have one where they talk about international news, and then they have one when they talk about domestic news. So here we go.
Please support our work at democracynow.org/give. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. War, Peace, and the Presidency. I'm Amy Goodman. We begin today's show with the stopgap legislation passed Friday by the Republican-controlled House that averted a government shutdown and also rejected a last-minute demand for a debt limit suspension from President-elect Donald Trump and his billionaire advisor, Elon Musk, who many are calling President Musk. Biden signed the measure Saturday morning. Funding for pediatric cancer research that was cut from the final bill was passed in the Senate as a separate measure after outrage over the move. The spending bill will keep federal funding at current levels through mid-March and provides $100 billion in disaster aid and $10 billion in assistance to farmers. It came after the original spending bill, based on Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson's deal with Democrats, was rejected when Trump's billionaire advisor Elon Musk objected to it. Musk, the world's richest man, warned on his platform X that any lawmaker who supported the spending bill, quote, deserves to be voted out in 2 years. And he said he would fund the primarying of those Congress members. After the House voted to avert the government shutdown, Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson said he thought both Trump and Musk were happy with it.
I was in constant contact with President Trump throughout this process, spoke with him most recently about 45 minutes ago. He knew exactly what we were doing and why, and this is a good outcome for the country. I think he certainly is happy about this outcome as well. Elon Musk and I talked within about an hour ago, and we talked about the extraordinary challenges of this job. And I said, hey, you want to be Speaker of the House? I don't know. He said, this may be the hardest job in the world. I think it is. But we're going to get through this.
Well, meanwhile, in a speech at the conservative group Turning Point USA's conference called America First, President-elect Trump tried to joke about how Musk had flexed his political power.
No, he's not taking the presidency. I like having smart people. You know, they're on a new kick.
Okay, let me go a little bit further so this guy can bring you into what did Elon Musk gain right here.
I think Musk outmaneuvered Trump here, and talk about what was passed.
Now, what she's saying is while Trump is being an idiot and thinking that it's cute. Oh no, Musk isn't the president. I am still the president. But why is it that bills that have been agreed upon being taken back? So let's see what Trump stupid ass didn't even see that Elon Musk did. The sleight of hands that Elon Musk did on his silly ass. Let me go back a little scoop. I'm playing this out of fair use. This is news reporting. Here we
see Biden's New Deal and the struggle to save democracy. Robert Kuttner, welcome back to Democracy Now! So why do you think Musk outmaneuvered Trump here? And talk about what was passed.
So if you go back to last Tuesday, Johnson and the Democrats had agreed on a bill to continue funding the government, and it had about 100 other bipartisan provisions in it, including, and this was the one that was most important to Musk, a provision that had been negotiated by Senator Cornyn of Texas, a Republican, and Senator Casey of Pennsylvania, a Democrat, to limit high-tech investments in China for national security purposes. Now, it just happens that Elon Musk has Tesla factories in China and is planning AI in China, and a ban on high-tech exports would have really messed with his whole business strategy centered on China. It was at that point that Musk begins this Twitter storm of more than 100 tweets warning that this bill is too expensive, that it's outrageous, that it contains, a 40% pay raise for Congress and a whole bunch of things that just weren't true. This was all a smokescreen to get Congress to kill the.
You hear that lie? He said the bill included a 40% pay raise for Congress, when in fact the bill included a 3.2 pay raise for Congress. So this is how wildly he was out there putting lies on his own platform, which elevates all of his personal tweets 1,000 times more than the regular algorithm. So he has the control of Twitter. They have promoted his tweets to generate 1,000 times more than the average tweet. And this is the person who has the president's ear. See, this thing with China would have directly affected him. And he came out there yelling and screaming about it. You hear Mike Johnson say, well, I talked to Elon Musk as if he has to. Why are you telling us you talked to Elon Musk? Because he has to. These rich people are starting to run this country. He is telling us he got something approved by this oligarch, the richest man in America, but who could not be the president of the United States. So what's the next best thing to do? Buy one. Okay, let's continue.
The bill because it had this China provision that would have cost Musk a lot of money. So about 12 hours after that, Trump, who had been silent about the bill, clamors on board and says, there's a terrible bill and you need to change it so that it includes a provision waiving the temporary debt ceiling. Well, by Thursday, the bill was dead. They had to negotiate a whole new bill. And at the end of the day, Congress wanted to go home for Christmas. And so it passes overwhelmingly. But in the meantime, 38 Republicans had refused to get on board with this waiver of the debt ceiling. The Democrats were never going to give Trump that kind of leverage. So the Democrats were never going to vote for a waiver of the debt ceiling. Trump must have known that. End of the day, Musk got exactly what he wanted. The China provision was stripped from the bill. Trump did not get what he wanted. The waiver was not included in the bill. And so it's a classic case of Musk rolling Trump. And so there are a couple of questions here. Is Trump aware of this? Is he whistling past the graveyard, as that comment suggested? He's not stupid. He may be evil, but he's not stupid. And he must know that Trump, that Musk took him to the cleaners on this, and that this is going to happen going forward, right? I mean, Trump is supposed to be some kind of a China hawk. So there are going to be all kinds of conflicts between what Trump wants to do and what's good for Musk's business interest. And these are both narcissistic guys. I argue that there's room for only one scorpion in this bottle, and that at some point, Musk is going to overplay his hand and Trump is going to get sick of him. And the other point I want to make is that the media, the mainstream media, completely missed this story. The mainstream media has played this as, is Johnson in trouble? And why the bipartisanship didn't work and what that portends going forward. And not a single mainstream media outlet, with the exception of a kind of minor reference by E.J. Dionne and a very nice discussion of it by Heather Cox Richardson, the mainstream media did not touch this story at all. Politico had another characteristically stupid piece this morning on this is all about whether Trump can control Johnson. That's not what it's all about at all. A deal that included a waiver of the debt ceiling was never in the cards. There were never the votes for that. There were 38 fiscally conservative Republicans who weren't going to vote for it. The Democrats were never going to vote for it. And by the way, the threat to primary those Republicans, most of those are in very, very safe seats. So again,
Okay, so thank you, Corey Lover, for putting that up so I could put it on the screen. I appreciate it. Uh, this is just insanity. That's exactly what it was. So you had 38 Republicans who voted no on that bill that came with the debt that came. No, uh, Mike Johnson put the bill out anyway. So 38 Republicans refused that bill. They turned that bill down. So even even after Musk said that he was going to put up a primary opponent against them if they voted no, but the one eliminating the second bill, the one that eliminated the debt ceiling. But when they turned down that bill and they wrote their own bill, they left that China part out of that deal as well. And that's the only thing that Elon Musk wanted. See, Donald Trump, he really wanted to put the debt ceiling on hold for 2 years. He didn't get what he wanted, but Elon Musk got what he wanted. You see what I'm saying? So Congress is the Republican Congress is not going to be able to negotiate in good favor on any bill unless Elon Musk approves it. And they, this is crazy. Is this crazy town or what? And there's also a whole lot of talk coming up about immigration. So Trump has villainize immigration so bad that his Trump supporters don't want um, any immigration. But Elon Musk and Vexswamy or whatever his name, Vexaswamy, I can't get it, the Indian guy, they want to use immigration to bring in what type of people? There is Elon Musk did a whole he did a whole paragraph on why let me see why he want certain immigrants in this country. And it's not like you just cannot be an immigrant. You have to be an immigrant. Wait a minute. You have to be an immigrant that is smart. You have to be an engineer, and they are rising up. He's rising up, telling his MAGA supporters that, oh no, we do need immigration. It's a MAGA. They're calling it a MAGA civil war because Elon Musk does want immigration only on certain people. Let me share this with you guys real quick. So this is the next big thing coming up. But see, this is the same administration that wants to get rid of the Department of Education, that thinks so little about education. But these oligarchs want to import people who they think are worthy, engineers to work for their companies, and then come to find out why he can't get good American engineers, because he wants to work them like you would work people in a third world country. You have to come in every day. You have to spend these long hours. Why? Just to make him more money. And speaking of unions, you have to really understand how important unions are to all working people. Why so many corporations got out of unions is because they were the one who created the 40-hour work week, and anything above and beyond that is overtime. That came from unions. After working so many hours, you must have at least a 15-minute break. After working so many hours, you must at least have a half hour for lunch. And these are the union laws of the workforce that have incorporated America. But all of that shit you see, from the Amazon drivers up to the engineers for the richest man in the country, have gone to the wayside. So let me share this with you guys. You guys want to hear this? From India and China. Yes, from wherever. Yes. Okay, let's call a thing a thing. They want Indian immigrants because they feel that they are smart. They're the smartest engineers, and that they will work these ungodly hours. They can work them. Thank you for becoming a member, Corey Lover, and they can work them like slaves. I just saw that story. Stephen Miller is not going to allow that to happen. He's against it. So thank you. But see, that's why they say this is the MAGA Civil War. So I'm gonna play it. Look, one said play that. Okay, so I'll let you see Elon Musk's tweet about it and everything. So he may or not. We'll see what happens. So they haven't even taken office yet. Okay, let me see. Is that it? Okay, I had to find it again. Okay, here we go. And this is the link to this young man's channel. I would suggest that you subscribe to him as well. Very intelligent young man. So here we go. His name is Adam Mokler.
War over the holidays, and it has me. Elon Musk sparked a MAGA civil war over the holidays, and it has me laughing my ass off. We have no time to waste. Let's jump in with this tweet that says, Trump isn't even in office yet, and his coalition has already started to crumble. In the past 2 days, there's been a big debate about legal immigration to the U.S. Tech bros like Elon Musk, David Sachs, and others want more immigrants to work in their companies. But the MAGA base is fiercely opposed to any kind of immigration, legal or illegal. Soon, Trump will have to choose between upsetting his loyal supporters or the tech bros who helped fund his campaign. Either way, it won't end well for him. And it feels so good. It feels so good to be right because everybody watching this, including me, we've been pointing out for months that inevitably this new coalition of Elon Musk and all of these MAGA populists is going to implode when all of their interests begin to conflict. We know that Elon Musk is only doing this to further his own interests. So what happens when he plays his hand or he oversteps a little bit too much and all of the other MAGA populists begin to realize, wait a minute, this is the richest man in the world. Why is he dictating policy for us? And I'll show you what Elon Musk said in 1 second, but some of these reactions are hilarious. Former Congressman Matt Gaetz, I love that we can say former now. Former Congressman Matt Gaetz said, we welcomed the tech bros when they came running our way to avoid the third grade teacher picking their kid's gender and the obvious Biden-Harris economic decline. We did not ask them to engineer an immigration policy. Again, he is directly referring to people like Elon Musk or David Sachs or Peter Thiel. He is beginning to realize that these billionaires are only furthering their own corporate or personal interests. And this isn't me taking Matt Gaetz' side. It's just the rare time where a broken clock is actually right. Laura Loomer, who is one of the most vile human beings ever, actually begun to caught on. She said, how long
Let's not forget who. Okay, Laura Loomer. She is also the person who flew to the debate with Trump, or straight out racist, was calling Kamala Harris, Kamisha or some shit, always putting some ghetto slurs on her and talking about all this ghettoism that was allegedly Harris, a straight up racist. And what did I say? Okay, let's continue.
before we hear the tech bros say, quote, I gave Trump X millions of dollars, so I matter more than you do. It's only a matter of time. They didn't donate to Trump to make America great again. They donated to Trump so they could try to influence immigration policy for their tech projects. Now, she's a vile racist, but what she's saying here does have truth to it. Elon Musk only donated to Trump not for some altruistic reason of saving the country, but to further his own interests. But of course, Laura Loomer had to end this off with some straight up racism. She then said, is there a compromise? Can we mass deport the third world invaders and the me no speak English best and brightest to Mars? Okay, so Laura Loomer is still a vile racist, but what she's realizing is that she can start to split the MAGA fan base or at least gain more power by pushing Elon Musk's influence down. I think we're going to start seeing Matt Gaetz, Laura Loomer, other people fight back against Elon Musk's power because they see that they are losing power. Laura Loomer then said, it's an invasion. They want to replace you. This is just white supremacy right here. This is
Okay, so I'm gonna go back a little bit. It had a list of names on her tweet. Let me. CEO of Google is Indian. The CEO of Microsoft is Indian. The CEO of Adobe is Indian. The CEO of IBM is Indian. The CEO of Chanel is Indian. And it says show more. So let's continue.
to you. This is just white supremacy right here. This is just race realism. And here's David Sachs, one of Trump's biggest allies, pushing back against.
And this is Nas, the rapper Nas. Did any of y'all vote for this Indian to run America? He's talking about David Sachs. Okay. Did any of us vote for a South African to run America either? Let's continue.
Against the racism. So someone said, did any of y'all vote for this Indian to run America? First of all, I like how we're all celebrating Christmas or Hanukkah and enjoying the holidays, and everybody on Twitter is having a war about racism and immigration. Just like chill and enjoy the holidays for a second. But David Sachs responded, Saram has been a U.S. citizen for a decade. He's not running America. He's advising on AI policy. He will have no influence over U.S. immigration policy. These attacks have become crude and not in the holiday spirit. I'm signing off now. Have a Merry Christmas. Oh, I'm sorry, David Sachs. Did you just realize that you have been funding and actively feeding this racist monster that we call the MAGA movement? It's too late to say now, hey, these attacks have become kind of crude after you're the one who funded this entire movement over the past year or so. So I want to break down how this all started. What did Elon Musk say to get everybody mad at him? And this interaction might be slightly confusing. So to lay the groundwork, they're debating, of course, how many immigrants we should allow into the US. A lot of far-right, hardcore MAGA people say we should allow zero immigration whatsoever. We should go completely isolationist. No matter how talented or skilled you are, you should not be allowed into the US. And Elon Musk understands that that would hurt his business model a lot. So he's the one advocating for a more open immigration policy. Not open, but he wants skilled workers to be able to come over here. He wants to be able to pull some of the smartest scientists or engineers from other countries, and that's called brain drain. You want to drain the smart people from our adversaries so the US has a smarter base of engineers or doctors. So this thread started off by somebody saying, there are 330 million people in America. Surely there must be enough among them to build your ultimate team. Why would you deny real Americans that opportunity by bringing foreigners here? And Elon Musk responds, your understanding of the situation is upside down and backwards. Of course, my companies and I would prefer to hire Americans, and we do, as that is much easier than going through the incredibly painful and slow work visa process. However, there is a dire shortage of extremely talented and motivated engineers in America. Now, that's not true, but I'll break that down in 1 second. He then said, this is not about handing out opportunities from some magical hat. You ... don't get it. This is blindingly obvious when looking at NBA teams, as the physical differences are so obvious to see. However, the mental differences between humans are far bigger than the physical differences. Then someone said, open a school. We have brains. Elon Musk said, if you need a school, you've lost already. What?
So the The obvious is to put something back into our education system. They want Europeans, but when you look at the international education matriculation status, Africa has the highest percentage of engineers, doctors, and programmers. U.S. is almost last due to racism, and they don't want to put anything into our own children. It's just crazy. Let's continue. You're exactly right. Beans and cornbread. And when somebody give him, you want to say that you need to go from without than from putting within. And somebody said, "Well, build a school." And if you need a school, you lost already. So is education? So he wants people here to think that education is nothing. So you have people who have been born out of the womb, and they know how to. They don't need school to figure all of this engineering out. They don't need any training, any education. So you're telling me that there are miracle engineers that are being birthed in other countries. Is that what you're saying? If you need a school, you've lost already. Doesn't even make dog sense. Let's continue.
And an actual truth respecter, someone on the far right, responded, "Incredible. At this rate, you are actually going to make me side with the leftists who want you treated like a hostile foreign agent." Again, this entire thread ended with a far-right MAGA supporter admitting that Elon Musk is essentially a hostile foreign agent. And let's break a lot of this down, because Elon Musk is very clearly triggered. If you've ever seen Elon Musk's tweeting style, it's always one or two words like "wow" or "interesting," or he's just boosting disinformation. But he actually got triggered here because he wrote like an entire thread about somebody else's lack of understanding about something. So let's start here. Musk's claim about a shortage of engineers in America isn't new. Big tech uses this all the time. But it's not even true. It's not that there aren't enough talented engineers in America. The issue is that many American engineers won't work the grueling, exploitative hours that Elon Musk in particular demands. Elon Musk wants immigrants who are hungry for work to come over here. And of course, there are many, many brilliant people from other countries that we do want here. But I know engineers who have worked for Tesla. I know people who have worked for Tesla, worked for SpaceX, and they always describe environments where you're expected to work yourself into the ground, the weekends included. There's a popular saying among Tesla employees, and it's that if you don't show up to work on Saturday, don't even bother coming in on Sunday. Meaning if you're not willing to work 7 days a week and sacrifice your entire life, there's no point in working for a company like Tesla in the first place. So many engineers in America in particular know their worth. They value.
They know. Let me make sure my sound is on. They know their worth. They know their worth. So see, they want people that don't know their worth. They want people from third world countries coming over here to work for them. They want free labor. The cheaper the labor that they can get, the better. They do not want to pay you who know when your boss is making you work too many hours, when it is inappropriate for your boss to be calling you at home on your off time, and all of these things that employers are steadily starting to leach in to the psyche of what it means to have a job here in America. Not though 40-hour work week and anything else is a bonus, and all of these people mandatory that you must stay on the job until this, that, or the other is completed, regardless of what labor law says. We're going to see what happens to these labor laws. Okay, so let's be clear. I have a cousin who worked at Target, and they said that they never had a set shift. All of their shifts were called in, which means that you may be called in to work on this shift. They didn't set up a schedule of Monday through Friday, what days you would have off. You never knew what your work week was. This is crazy town. At Target, this is crazy town. I couldn't believe that shit. So this is just not on the lower level. They want you to be beholden to oligarchs. This is what all of this is about. Let me continue. I had to It's not my fault. I just wasn't, I just wasn't insist to be talking. Sometimes you have to separate the commentary. Okay.
Value their time and their families and their well-being. So instead of paying competitive wages to his workers, Elon Musk turns to foreign labor, people who would be willing to accept a lower pay and longer hours because for them, it's still an improvement in quality of life to come over to America. And I agree with that. I think America is a beautiful country despite all of our flaws. And of course, people will get mad that
Okay, so I'm going to leave you there. So I'm going to leave you there. So I'm going to drop this link one more time for this, and you guys can finish it up. It is a real good little segment. It's on, I think it's under 15 minutes. But so they here we are once again on the catalyst of having voted in a president who bemoaned, belittled immigrants who come in to do what they say, jobs that Americans don't want to do, and that we needed these workers to work in fields and all this stuff. Where do you think your produce come from? All of this. So it was all about the cheap labor coming in to work on farms and things like that. But now, since we have gotten used to that, now is cheap labor coming in to work in the new booming thing, which is tech stuff. So it's stuff that we as Americans, they don't want to even hire for the job. It's not like they even want to hire us for these jobs. It's not like with the Hispanics, jobs that Americans don't want. Now is jobs that we are not going to give to Americans. You get it? You get it? But what does the owner of these corporations and these farms and all of these big businesses, they get all the money. So now we're trying to satisfy big tech ambitions at the cost of the cost being burdened out upon a regular Americans, because if they put tariffs on Canada like they're talking about doing, the Canada ships in, I think it was like 60% of our produce. Canada, who knew that? So we all of this talk about Mexican laborers doing the job that we you know how much produce we get from Canada? We get a lot of produce from Canada. So we are going to if they send all of these migrant workers away, we are going to hold the balance of the increase in cost. So let's talk about Canada as well. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Who heard future President Trump's thing about wanting to annex Canada, Greenland, and take back the Panama Canal? Who heard this idiot up there talking like Putin on Christmas Day? In my opinion, who talks about taking over or buying Greenland and taking over Canada and calling Justin Trudeau the governor of the 51st state, when that would be like Canada calling Biden the governor of another Canadian province. What, can you imagine that? Wait a minute. And these are listen. These are not our average. These are not our average. Excuse me. These are not people who we are against. These are people who are supposed to be on our side. Anyone in here ever sat in a university lecture with white students? They're lazy and they cheat. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you see them cheating, just blatantly cheating. And it's as if no one sees it. The ones who graduate believe the country's workforce will be saved by Black Americans. I heard something about I heard something about the Panama Canal. They're also talking. He's also said something about Greenland and Canada. Canada of all places, Greenland of all places, even the Panama Canal. Just listen. That's all I got for you. You guys may want to go check that out and see exactly what he said about, annexing these countries. So that's all I got. I appreciate you guys for coming out, listening to me. Sometimes when I get stories, I just want to talk to you guys about it. Trump is ridiculous. He is white mediocrity personified. Yes, he is. Yeah, so let me drop the link just in case anybody want to come up. And if you want to have something, if you have something to say, yeah, because I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes because you may want to say something about this. If you don't, that's fine. But, I just want to give anybody an opportunity. So, Trump is the great disgrace. Okay, so now the New Year's is upon us. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you want to have a game where my games are usually Jeopardy type games. Not today. Have a game where we do the highlights of 2024. The questions would be about what events that happened in 2024, major events. Would you guys be interested in that? And we can do that on Monday if you guys are interested. We'll have a 2024 in retrospect Jeopardy game. How about that? Put a 1 in the chat for yes. Put a 2 in the chat for nah, just do commentary. Beans and cornbread says yes. So I got a yes on that. You guys are typing slow. Liz says yes. It will be in, music, all areas of 2024. It won't, so, I think we should do that. I think that'll be fun. And I'll get the game together. I'll write up my questions and our categories. And let's bring 2024 out with a bang. Thank you guys for coming out. A great live, Ronnie Q. Thank you for you. I thank you for you as well. Okay. I ride with beans. Yes. So that's what we'll do this year. We'll do that on our Monday show. So it'll be various categories. So all 2024 news. All right. So I hope you guys had a good time. I definitely had a good time having you here with me. And I'm going to leave out now. And blessings to you and yours. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys here on Monday.
It's time for Ron. In the morning while I'm driving, Ronnie, I really come alive when it's time for Ronnie. I listen to my Ronnie. Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie. It's time for Ronnie Q. Take a seat and go meet Ronnie. Sweet, 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 sweet Ronnie. No day complete without my Ronnie. She can't be beat. Sweet, sweet Ronnie.